So hey, what's up guys, Riotbox here and welcome to another MotoGP 19 career mode video. So we are here for the next episode of career mode, round number 4 of the MotoGP season. You can see we stole the show at Texas in the last one. If you missed it, go check it out, but we managed to take the win with our first ever MotoGP win, and what a way to do it. What a fantastic race that was. So let's head out to Jerez then for the Spanish Grand Prix. We've got the first practice session and then we've got the qualifying sessions and the race. So let's see if we get ourselves some more R&D points, but hopefully in the next round we will be able to upgrade the bike once again. So in this practice session I'm only going to do the qualifying run, so I want to get straight into qualifying. Hopefully then this lap is good enough. I've just come off the back of that Kota win, so I'm all fired up and I want to try and get ourselves another good result, but already coming to turn number 1 the bike isn't doing what I want it to, so maybe we need to do that track affinity practice session, but we'll see. You see you're already getting out wide there. Come on Jay, we need to do this through turn 3. Let's see if we can beat that 140 lap time then. See, getting a bit wide there. Here we go then, going around the final corner. Is it going to be enough to beat that 1 minute 40 that we need in this practice test? We're running very, very deep at the final corner. Pop it back round. Are we going to get that sub 140 lap time? I don't think we are. It's going to be tight. Oh, just about made it. Absolutely lucky there. So I'm all fired up, dialed in, ready for the qualifying session. So let's head straight into qualifying. Hopefully it's Q2. It should be enough with that sort of lap time. So let's see how we got on. So we're straight into Q2 again, only just this time, so not as quick as we were out in Kota. I told you that AI were pretty slow in Kota, so this time out, let's see how we're getting on qualifying. If we get on the front 3 rows, that'll be good for us. We've managed to control the start a bit better at Kota, so hopefully this time out we'll get it absolutely perfect. Here we go then, opening qualifying lap. What is this going to be able to do? What can we do? We run it wide again at turn 1. I did that in practice as well. That's just not what we need, is it really, to be honest? So yeah, let's see if we can recover it a little bit. Again, run a bit wide at turn 2. We get away with it through 3. So I need to improve on that first sector. We did that on the practice lap as well. So need to work on sector 1, I think. But let's see what this qualifying lap. Here we go then, last sector to go on this qualifying lap. We've got Petrucci up the road on the Ducati. We've only got a few more corners to go. Oh my god, the curbs are so aggressive around this track. We were so lucky to hold on to that qualifying lap because it felt like a pretty decent lap. Just need to fine tune the first sector, but you know what? Take that, 40.2. Is that going to be enough for a decent starting position in qualifying? I have no idea, to be honest. So do I carry around for another one, or do I call it a day for qualifying? So far we've got the fast lap of the race. I think we broke into the 39s in practice and a lot of other people did, so maybe I need to break into the 39s in this qualifying session. Yeah, we go 4 tenths under in the first sector already, so let's ride on board with this lap, sorry. It should be a lot better than the first one. We're running a little bit wide there. Got the slipstream with Petrucci as well. Petrucci's on his first flying lap, so this will be a good indication as to what this lap's like. Now we're over half a second under that first lap time, so we can really improve this lap down into the 39s. If we get a mid 39, that'll be fantastic for this Aprilia bike, I think. Oh, we're only 3 tenths under now. We've lost a bit of time somewhere along the line, and now we've only got the last little sector to go. We tucked in the slipstream of Petrucci. Someone else has set fast lap of the race. Marquez with 40 flat. We can go quicker than that, and I think Petrucci might go quicker than that. We're breaking into the final corner, not what we really want. We don't want to be battling. Dovi with a 39.6. Gonna go run out the final corner, round the outside of Petrucci, going side by side, coming across the line. Look at that Ducati power away, 39.8. I will take that. Where's that put us in qualifying? Second so far. So you know what? That's going to be me for qualifying today.
That's the end of the second and last qualifying session, and we can finally see the grid position.
So Valentino Rossi top pole. He's quick in this career mode this time out. Crutchlow 3rd. Dovi only got 5th, so we only got 7th place as well, so that's good. We're ahead of Aleix Espargaro, our teammate, as well, so we're making this Aprilia work pretty good. So feeling confident, but why does it have to be a wet Grand Prix? Why? This is going to favour riders like Jack Miller, Crutchlow, Rossi. Those good top quality wet weather riders. So maybe the wet weather will play into our hands. Maybe it will help us out a little bit. I don't really know. Don't know. Let's see how we get on then. Spanish Grand Prix up ahead. I was looking forward to a dry race around here, but it isn't raining, so it's just a wet track. So that's okay. That's okay. It's going to be about controlling the wheelie at the start again. Look at that fat wet tyre on our bike. Popping a little bit of a wheelie. Jack Miller's right there already with Crutchlow, so it's like, oh, look at Nakagami as well. Crutchlow going out wide. We've dropped to 8th. Relacia Spargo goes through as well, so oh, look at all these riders going through on these wet weather tyres. Oh no, we've been swamped at the start. Oh, okay. Benaya's through as well on the Pramac. We've dropped to P12. Good run out of there, actually. Lorenzo, what is he doing? He's making the wet weather work for him, isn't he? Look at the Pramac trying to get underneath of us. Don't give him an inch of room to breathe. We swoop round the outside of Lorenzo there. We're closing on our teammate now. Breaking heavy into this hairpin. And Vinales comes flying through on us. It's not what we need, thanks Vinales. It allows him and Lorenzo through. Here we go, back underneath of Vinales, but I'm going to get a... So, unpausing it, we're all over the back of Lorenzo. We got the thumbnail, which is good, and we're not making it work through turn 8 there. Vinales gets straight back through. We're going to go run, and we're back ahead of Lorenzo and Vinales again. And there's our teammate, a spot. Oh, bloody hell, Lorenzo's back through. We're going to get underneath him, lift him up there. Not a lot he could do about that as we lifted him up. Good run out of there, we're all over the back of Rins. Force our way up the inside, force the issue. We're up into P8 now. So Espargaro is really making this a prettier work while. And I've struggled on the first lap. Hopefully, oh my god, look how wide we are there. So hopefully now we've got the first lap over and done with, we can start to reel in on our teammate at least. Don't really want to be beaten by our teammates. Where's Iannone? I can't see him anywhere, but Espargaro is right there. I can see him. We can hopefully follow his lines. We've got 6 laps to go. No, we've got 5 laps to go in this 6-lap race. Lap 1 is done, so hopefully we can learn from that first lap, build on our pace. We've got a bit of clear air, which is good, so we've got a chance to try. We can follow their lines up ahead. We've also got clear air to push as well, so if we go quicker, we can actually carry the momentum rather than having to stop to try and overtake someone. Here we go, good run onto this straight. Let's see if we can drop the guy behind them. Guy behind is Vinales, so... Ooh, look at Petrucci there getting really wide. There's Marquez all the way down here. So the Honda, the Repsol Honda, not working well this year. Marquez made a mistake at Argentina, which had cost him. He couldn't take the win at Kota. So Marquez is meant to be defending his MotoGP crown. We are Moto2 world champion coming into this season, so we've probably got some high expectations on a MotoGP bike, but we've already taken our first MotoGP win. I would take that, and we've got some good solid result here so far. Don't speak too soon, but we're battling it up on these tricky conditions. I know it's not full wet conditions. It is a wet track. Not raining though, but we can expect to go quicker with each lap as the track starts to dry out a little bit. So there's that learning aspect to it, but we haven't got much experience on a MotoGP bike, let alone in the wet as well. As you can see, one of the most experienced guys out here, Valentino Rossi, leading the way in this wet, tricky conditions here. He could take the championship lead with this race. And he's followed closely by Jack Miller, another rain expert, someone that always gets a good result in the rain. I just can't bridge this gap up to Espargaro up ahead. And I'm not too worried about that because Vinales isn't catching up to us. He's there, but he can't close the gap either, so I've not got to worry about him too much. Just down this straight. bit worried that it'll catch up a little bit. I want to try and push the braking zone into this hairpin. As you can see, we pushed it a little bit there, and we've actually caught up to the back of Espargaro a bit more. Around turn 7. Petrucci keeps running wide. Don't know if he's struggling on that Ducati in these conditions. But we're going to be coming up to the halfway point in the race soon, so we want to try and catch up to Espargaro. If we're going to do it, we're going to have to start doing it now. Viñales is falling behind, so that's good news for us. So if we keep hitting our apexes, hitting our lines, hitting our braking points, we should catch up to this pack, and it is the top 7, soon to become the top 8 as we catch up to this group, and they will be charging for the win. And Valentino is under a lot of pressure from Jack Miller, but I'm sure he's got it all under control. We get a good run out of the final corner, pop that front end back down as it tries to come up with the wheelie. Here we go then, trying to close in on Espargaro. Is this a lap we get an overtake done? I don't know, I hope it is. Really hope it is, trying to control that wheelie in again. Gonna have to watch out on the rear tyre. Sector 1 isn't a good sector for us. The rest of the lap's okay, but sector 1 is a struggle for us. We lose touch with the top 7 a little bit there as we get all out of shape on the curb, and that's flung us out wide for the next corner. Not what we need. I was just starting to close in. A few mistakes for a few corners, loses touch, but we're still there pretty much. We're still there, again pushing the braking zone if we can into this hairpin. Again Petrucci runs wide, and this time Crutchlow's through on him. Will Espargaro get him in the next few laps if he keeps making that mistake? But like I say, we need to close in. We're running out of laps. We're only going to get 2 laps to go after this one if you want to try and close in. Pushing this prettier as hard as we can. And it is Rossi that still leads the Grand Prix. I think it was, if it was dry conditions, we might have been able to push that a little bit harder, but in the wet, just not able to. Viñales is starting to close in on the back of us. Oh, come on. Viñales always goes quicker towards the end of these Grand Prix. Come on, into the final corner. Closing in on our teammate. Oh! Can we get the run under release to Espargaro? I thought we were going to be able to, but not quite this time. He's going to cut in front of us on the brakes. So 2 laps to go. This is our chance to try and clear him now. Ooh, a bit wide there at turn 2. Like I said, just struggling around that first sector. But come the end of that lap, we're right on the back of Espargaro. So that's all that matters. Come the last lap, we could overtake him on the last lap, last corner, and we'd get the points off of him. So that's all we're going to have to do, really, I think. Look at the spray that they're kicking up the bikes ahead. Good run down the straight. There's Viñales. He can't catch up to us, so that's good. Heavy, heavy, heavy on the brakes. Into Dani Pedrosa corner. Around turn 7. We've lost touch a little bit. We've only got 1 more lap after this one. We've not been able to bridge this gap fully. We bridge it for like 1 corner. It's this last sector where we're really quick. But that's the right sector. If you're going to be quick for any sector, it needs to be the last one come the end of the race. Half a second up to Espargaro, our teammate. I've no idea where Iannone is either. Into the final corner. Oh, almost make it underneath of our teammate. I didn't intend to do that coming into that corner. But that was a little practice run for the final lap, I guess. Right, this is the final lap. The rear tyre is starting to go a little bit. But this is the lap that counts. We've done our little practice. Oh no, running deep into turn 1. Bike can't hold on. And I can hear Viñales screaming behind. I've run it deep into turn 2. Have the tyres given up? Viñales is through. Oh no. Oh dear. Viñales is through and he's cleared us. Look how much time we lost through that first sector. I told you the tyres were starting to wear. Look in the bottom right. Look at the bottom right. Come on, can we recover? Oh, look, we're just wrestling this bike on this final lap. One lap too far for our tyres. Oh my god, storming on the brakes. Oh no. Overcooked it. Got desperate through that. I mean, anyone could still make a mistake. The only person going to be making a mistake is me. Me, myself and I. Through turn 8, we've lost a lot of time on this last lap. And all because I went over the limit. I was riding on the limit all race, and we went over the limit in sector 1 on the final lap. And, oh man, that's cost us 3/10. I got a tiny corner cut. So, we're definitely going to get 9th. I don't think we'll lose 2 seconds. But look at the split between the grid. Vinales cut right up to the back of our teammate. Oh my god, what is going on with these brakes? Launch it out the final corner. Valentino takes a win then. We take a pretty disappointing 9th, considering we could have challenged our teammate for 7th. But it's still a decent points haul. Points again for the Aprilia team, so that's good. We beat the objective to get the top 10, so I'll take that. Alex Rins got 10th. Where was Iannone? 21st place for our team, and that's not what he wants. I mean, we did have a decent lap, 43.9, 7/10 off of Valentino, so didn't quite have the pace. Nakagami with the podium, look at that. Valentino takes the lead of the championship for the first time this season, 17 points clear of Davizio. So we lose a position to Petrucci. We're still pretty much there though. We could all of a sudden hop up to 4th in the championship, so that's okay. But that's done it for this episode. Ooh, Yamaha take the lead over Ducati. Honda take us over in the constructors. So there we have it. That's been it for today's episode. The team are pleased with the result, so I would take that a good solid result in the bag. So that's done it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed, remember to smash the like button, share around, and do not forget to subscribe for more MotoGP and F1 content.